I knew this was my peak time. I wanted to study, and I think that is the time when I joined Udan, and we looked at the college, and I think I got myself enrolled in that very first time when we went to to the college, and yeah, I think that is where I got more mentors who could really shape me very well in life, and further teach me so much more. Apart from pictures, what I learned so much from Adan was honesty, discipline, and time punctuality, and these things which did not easily come from the college before that. This
Right.
college made me work on my deadlines. This college made me run around. This
So
college gave
it
me a
was a
punishment.
lot more professional in that sense, right?
It was meant to create so photographers who will work on the field,
Got it.
who will dominate the ground of Mumbai with the pictures that they bring in, with the content that they bring in.
True.
So there's so much of exercise just by the fact, like the very exercise of our assignments got doubled up if we came late. If we made it late to class, we had to climb. So if we were late to class, we had to go back down, climb 5 stairs, and go back up. There were lots of things which taught us how to run for a picture, how to be very honest and not stage pictures, which later also helped us to figure out that uh, uh, you can easily set up something to make it look beautiful and
Sure.
create that. But as a photojournalist, you do not set up pictures. You do not ask a person to move. You do not change the setting at all. You shoot it the way you see it. And yeah, I think from Udon, I think I got my basic training and then the internship and so on.
That's Janak, because I can listen to you the whole day, Janak, because I think, and often we, and I'm just curious about your idea of discipline as well, right? Because now in Udan, what I notice is that you were more open to accepting the notion of discipline there, because they were disciplining you for a purpose. Because in a professional,
Yeah.
if you do come late, it looks unprofessional,
Yeah.
right? But in a more formal setting, when
Yes.
they tell you to submit an assignment, it's a lot more frustrating in
Yeah.
that sense, because you don't understand the purpose of why they're disciplining you in the first place, right? But also, like, that's something we both have in common. I also dropped out and I took a year off, and I think it's so hard to make that decision, to do that transition when everyone is
Yeah.
going through.
Yeah.
That also means shifting yourself from this notion of meeting society's ideal and understanding what your journey is and being honest to yourself. So kudos to you for actually making that decision at that point of time, but also kudos to your parents, because I think as
Very
parents,
much.
they
Yeah.
I mean, they are scared, and it's just fascinating to see how they can still be supportive even though they're scared, because they've probably seen you as a child and they know that your well-being is more important than society's acceptance. And I think that was their thinking, your mom and your dad's thinking. And I know I remember in your personal account seeing a photo. I think your first photo is of you holding a little award with your mom and dad at the side. So I think I know you have a lot of respect for them as well. So I think we underestimate the role of our parents, but if you have supportive parents that love you, there's nothing better in terms of career support. But Janak, I feel like I want to jump into your photos. So what I'm going to do now,
Right.
Janak and me had a conversation about his work, and he shared a couple of photos with me. I mean, just to put it out there, I think Janak has over thousands and thousands. I don't know. Is there a number about how many photos you've clicked until now, Janak?
1,000 is it's a small count. I think I may, yeah, it's beyond the count. The
Again,
count
numbers.
goes.
I mean, numbers don't matter,
Numbers.
but I think every photo that Janak shared with me has a story. So I think before we go ahead and hear Janak's thoughts on these photos, let me just take you through a couple of these photos. So let's go here. Janak, just let me know if you can see my screen. All right.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
You can? Perfect. So here is one photo
Yes.
Janak took. And again, what I'll do is I'll run through all the photos, Janak, and then we can come back to the double screen and have a discussion.
Yes, fine.
So here is one. And again, I don't want to talk too much about the photo because I feel photos speak for themselves. And this is another one that Janak took. And I really, really like this photo because I think it requires a lot of skill to be able to catch that moment. And here is a lookalike of a prominent figure, which is again a fascinating figure. And I'm so interested in how you're able to catch this with almost like I don't even know if you're there and what these people are
Yes.
thinking. It's almost like an
Yeah.
art. And here is when you caught a fight in a local Mumbai station.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
this is something I also wanted to talk to you about, Janak. You know, the role of
Right.
Mumbai in your development as an artist. Such a beautiful city. This was
Yes.
one of your early photos. I think it's the fifth or
Yes.
sixth photo, but
Yes.
it's
Yes.
about an older woman watching TV. I think it was watching a cartoon. I
Yes.
remember
Yes.
the
Yes.
description. And I think this is your third photo in your work account, and it was
Yes.
the railway. It was a railway public toilet, and they were on a strike. Not a strike. I think they were celebrating Holi, so nobody was allowed to
Yes.
use the
Yes.
toilet.
Yes. Yes.
So, and this is again so beautiful because when I saw this photo, I'm thinking about the emotions you capture in the person's face, right? So,
Yes.
like, here is another one. I think it's a famous hotel, and there's a person dancing and enjoying the night. But one thing, I can only show you a little bit of Janak's work. What I would recommend you do is you follow Janak on Instagram and his work accounts. I will be linking everything in the show notes.